Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're doing something a little different today and honestly, super exciting. We're skipping the usual agenda stuff and just jumping right into a fun nature walk to explore the green world around us. We're going to get to know plants, look at all their fascinating secrets, shapes, sizes, the whole shebang. So, get ready to open your eyes wide and put your explorer hats on because here we go.
All right, let's dive right in and meet our friends for today, Gopu, Simi, and Raj. These three absolutely love exploring nature on their walk to school. I mean, just imagine walking alongside them for a second. Notice all the amazing plants and animals hanging around. The more they watch, the more they actually learn about all these living things. They're spotting everything from little birds hopping along the ground to a friendly cow and, most importantly for us today, the beautiful greenery just covering everything around them.
Now, what's really wild is just how many kinds of plants there actually are out there. I mean, think about it. When you look around your own neighborhood or maybe a park near your house, do all the plants look exactly the same? No way. Plants come in completely different sizes, shapes, and colors. Some are tiny and practically hug the ground. Some are small and bushy, and others are just massively tall. It's kind of like a giant green family where every single member looks totally unique. So let's start with the absolute giants of the plant world, trees. You know what makes a tree so special? Well, trees have this huge, thick, hard stem that we call a trunk, and branching out from that trunk way up high in the air are tons of leaves. Plus, hidden deep underground, they have these really strong roots anchoring them down. Think about some of our amazing Indian trees, like the mango, the massive banyan, or the neem tree. Just like our friend Simi noticed on her walk, it is literally the best feeling to walk under the cool shade of these huge trees, especially a lovely jamun tree on a hot day.
But, okay, what if a plant isn't quite as tall as a towering tree? Well, stepping down a size, we get to our next group, shrubs. Shrubs are medium-sized plants, so instead of one giant thick trunk, they have a bunch of woody stems that start branching out really close to the ground. That's what gives them that super bushy look. You've probably seen a ton of these already. Think of the beautiful rose or hibiscus bushes you see in gardens. Oh, and a totally perfect, everyday example is the holy tulsi plant that you might even have right in your own courtyard. Now, what if a plant is even smaller than a shrub? That brings us right to herbs and grasses. These are small, really cute plants with super soft, delicate green stems. If you've ever helped out in the kitchen or just peeked in while dinner's cooking, you've definitely seen herbs. Imagine that fresh, absolutely amazing smell of mint or coriander leaves. Yep, those are herbs. And hey, let's not forget the grasses we love to run around and play on. Grasses are special in their own way, usually sporting those thin, flat leaves that kind of just blanket the ground. But here's a really fun secret. Not all plants are actually strong enough to stand up straight all by themselves. Nope, some have really thin, weak stems. We call these ones climbers. And because their stems are so delicate, they literally need a friend, like a wall, a stick, maybe another sturdy tree, to help them climb up high into the sky so they can catch some sunlight. If you've ever noticed a money plant thriving in a pot or caught the sweet smell of jasmine climbing up a fence, then you've seen a climber in action for sure. Now, climbers obviously like to go up, but our next group does the exact opposite. Let's talk about creepers. Creepers also have those thin, weak stems, but instead of growing up, they just love to crawl right across the floor. They literally spread all over the soil. And you might be wondering, why do they do that? Well, mostly because they grow these incredibly heavy, juicy fruits that would just snap the plant in half if it tried to climb. Just picture a huge, heavy pumpkin or a massive, sweet watermelon just resting comfortably right there on the ground. Okay, I've got a quick question for you right now, just to keep the energy up on our little nature walk. Remember how we just talked about grasses having thin, flat leaves and usually being quite short? Well, do you happen to know what the tallest grass in the world is? Take a quick guess. Think about something tall, green, and incredibly strong. All right, let's look at some fun facts and reveal the answer.
Bamboo is actually the tallest grass in the world. Crazy, right? It grows ridiculously high, but scientifically, it's a grass. Also, get this. Did you know that the sweet sugar you stir into your milk actually comes from a plant stem? Yep, the sugarcane plant. And just to prove how magical nature really is, over in Mizoram, you can find a flower called the Rafflesia. It is the biggest flower in the world, and it is literally the size of an umbrella. I mean, nature's just absolutely full of surprises.
So, with all these incredible plants surrounding us, the explainer gives us this wonderful idea. You should make friends with a plant. Seriously, just pick a specific plant near your school or your house. It could be a massive tree or even just a tiny herb. Just try to visit your plant friend as often as you can. And when you do, observe it. Really look at it. What shape are its leaves? Are there any colorful flowers blooming yet? Or maybe little fruits just starting to grow? Just by paying close attention, you'll learn so much about its fascinating little life.
And hey, when you do visit your new plant friend, use all your senses. Just like the boy we're looking at here observing the fruit, there is so much to discover. In our story, Raja's brother actually isn't able to see, but he can immediately tell when delicious fruits like mango, pineapple, jackfruit, guava, or jamun are around, entirely by their incredible smells. You can totally do this too. Feel the leaves. As Gopu noticed, some leaves feel really rough, while others are super smooth. If you rub a mango leaf or a piece of lemongrass and just give it a sniff, wow, they have such wonderfully different distinct smells.
Now, when you're checking out those big trees, don't forget to look at the trunk. The outside of a tree trunk is covered in this stuff called bark. Bark is a hard outer covering that acts kind of like a tough, protective shield for the tree itself. I want you to imagine reaching out and touching it. Think about how rough and bumpy it feels. And actually, if you look really closely, you can spot these amazing natural patterns running all the way up and down the bark. So let's put this all together and look at the main parts of a plant. Guide your eyes with me here, starting from the very bottom and going all the way up. Down below, totally hidden underground, are the roots. They're holding the plant tight and soaking up water. Moving up, we've got the stem, standing up tall and supporting the whole operation. Attached to that stem are the leaves, catching the sunlight in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. And finally, sitting right at the top like a crown, we have the beautiful flowers, the yummy fruits, and the little seeds tucked away inside. Now, you might be asking, why do plants actually matter so much? Simply put, because they help keep our entire world healthy and balanced. They literally give us all the yummy food we eat. And just like Simi mentioned earlier, they give us that wonderful cool shade when it's boiling hot outside. But most importantly, they give us the oxygen we literally need to breathe. We absolutely have to nurture and respect them because, they're taking care of us every single day. Okay, check out this super fun activity you can try based on the incredible Leaf Zoo by Arvind Gupta. The next time you're outside, grab some leaves and flowers that have already fallen on the ground. Quick reminder though, we don't pluck living leaves, right? But with the fallen ones, you can arrange them into beautiful patterns, make a colorful flower rangoli, or try creating these awesome animal shapes. I mean, look at that leaf elephant, the owl, and the little mouse. It is such a brilliant way to see how every single leaf is shaped a little differently. All right, explorers, it's quiz time. Let's do a fast-paced mini quiz to see what you actually remember from our plant journey today. Go ahead and just shout out the answers if you know them. Ready? Number 1, what is a herb? Remember, think about something small with a soft stem. Number 2, can you name a climber? Think of a plant that needs a tall friend to grow up. And number 3, what are the main parts of a plant starting from the ground up? I am completely sure you nailed all of those. Well, that brings our nature walk to an end for today. Remember the huge takeaway from this explainer? Love plants, and you save nature. By treating plants with kindness and observing them closely, we learn so much about this wondrous world we live in. So I want to leave you with one final thought as you head out into your day. Take a look outside. Which plant are you going to make friends with today?